Michel Barnier, he's a smart man. He's got a good team behind him. Why can't he get the deficit down?
Well, it's pretty challenging because basically it just doesn't have a majority. So, whatever measures he wants to take, there's an extremely fragmented parliament, there's no clear majority, and so he has to basically try to please everybody, and that's really difficult at the moment. There's some big, difficult decisions that have to be taken at the moment. Certainly, these ratings coming in that context, Moody's changing the outlook to negative, but maintaining the current rating of AA2, so slightly higher than other agencies there, but certainly, again, raising that concern of the political situation, stopping the government basically for taking the key measures to lower the deficit. And that comes, of course, just a couple of weeks after a similar warning from Fitch, and we'll have S&P coming in just a few weeks as well. So again, the context is with the debate at the moment on the budget for 2025. It was presented just a couple of weeks ago. They tried to bring back the deficits for 6.1% this year to 5% next year. To do that, they want to make some cuts, about 60 billion euros in savings, 2/3 from spending and 1/3 from new tax hikes, including a new one on the largest companies and on richest individuals. Now, that debate is very difficult. They are in the revenue part of the debate. On Friday night, the MPs worked until midnight to try to go through the 3,000 amendments that were put on the table. They didn't manage to go through all that. The debate will start again on November 5th. The question is, can they vote that budget? Will they have to go through the 49.3, which is that mechanism where they just push the budget through without a vote? So all this is at stake at the moment. The alliances changes depending on the amendment, whether it's the left and the far right. So all this is on the table there. Certainly, if there is a 49.3 vote, so pushing the budget without a vote, then there will be a vote of no confidence. So here again, we have to see whether the far right continues to support the government like they did in the last vote of no confidence. But what we heard at the IMS and from France's central bank governor himself, he said it is a real test of credibility for the government, whether they can bring the deficit back to 5% next year. And there's a lot of skepticism out there, including from France's own fiscal watchdog, saying, look, this relies on a quite optimistic scenario of a growth of 1.1% this year, and it very much depends on whether some structural reforms can still be implemented. And given the political landscape at the moment, it looks quite challenging at the moment.